in Israel until we split. When you read the book of Second Ezra, and it tells you that once we left our captivity, the tribes left Israel and came to the different parts of the United States and in Canada. Now, before we black Jews ruled Europe, and I'll prove that in a second, we lived in Israel. The Roman army fled into Israel and took down, and the Israelites that left ran into West Africa, fleeing Roman persecution. It's where you get Babylon and Timbuktu from. Here's the proof on it. In the year 65 BC, the Roman army under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. The period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing Roman persecution. So we were in Africa. The Jews, black Jews, went into Africa. And when Africa, we set up our own kingdoms. You see here, the black African Jews, that black African Hebrews of Egypt and Ethiopia, the black Jews, the black Jewish Empire of Ghana, West African Jews, Angola Jews in Africa, the black Jews in Naomi, Yoruba Jews in Nigeria. See, they were Israelites. Here's one here, a good book that says what? The Hebrew Pharaohs of Egypt. The secret lineage of the patriarch Joseph. And inside, this is a very good book to have, because this gives all the information that Hebrew Israelites also ruled Egypt. And remember, it was Joseph who saved them from going into a famine. Alright, up here, these are for my Spanish-speaking Israelites. I was being asked about, are there any books that talk about the Israelites on their island when they left Israel? And this is a good one here, The Colonial Elite of the Early Caracas. And it's from the 1567 to the 1767. During the 1500s, they still knew that they were Israelites and carried on the customs until the Edomites totally took over the land. That's when they lost all their customs and forgot about where they came from. And just totally forgot about the 12 tribes being one nation. This is the Latin, American, and Caribbean Notebook. Here, Mesoamerica Archaeology. By Norman Hammond. And this is a very good book here called The Medieval Empire of the Israelites by Vladimir Melamed. And it tells about after we overthrew the Roman Empire in 193 AD, we took over all of Europe. The Israelites, not Africans, the Israelites. The medieval empire of the Israelites. Up here, this is from the book called African Presence in Early Europe. It should say Black Jew Presence in Early Europe. Now here you have Pope militates and a Roman general greeting him. See how he's kissing his hand? That's when we were ruling. Over here is a good book called The Golden Age of the Moor by Ivan van Sertima. And this is another article I wanted to show, what they found in Brazil on top of a mountain, a sphinx. Letting you know what? Brazilians are also Israelites. It was the Portuguese that went to their island. That's why Brazilians speak Portuguese. Before that, they spoke Hebrew. Now I'm going to go through some books here to back up some of the things that's in the Bible. This is a good book here. From Puerto Rico, the tribe of Ephraim. And this is the condition that the Puerto Ricans were put in after the Edomites took over the land. Just like the Native Americans, just like the so-called Negroes, same conditions. Same conditions. Says, where did Columbus discover America? How can he discover something that was already discovered? This is also a good book. It's called Bolivar. He was an Israelite who set up a lot of wars to help freed the slaves in South America 40 years before the U.S. Civil War. See, back then you had Israelites standing up for each other and fighting these Edomites, man. We lost their fire. Now I want to address something that the brother said about the scriptures, and it said about when the Native Americans came here, you can find certain parts in America, you had statues like the Olmecs. They were Israelites from the tribe of Judah, and what you got to understand is this: the tribe of Judah is the oldest tribe out of the 12 tribes. The tribe of Judah has always been here. And what happened in history, the tribe of Judah had left Israel a long time ago and traveled to certain parts, even America. But the tribe of Gad didn't know that. So when the Bible says that Gad will go, when they discussed amongst themselves to leave Israel and come to where mankind never dwelt, they were talking about America. But the mankind that never dwelt, they were talking about were the other nations, because it was the other nations that kept them practicing the Israelite customs. So the tribe of Judah had all, that's why when they came to America, and you can go back and you'll find certain statues on certain parts of America before the Native Americans been here, because the tribe of Judah had came here a long time ago. It's not the whole tribe, but certain people of the tribe of Judah